morning to all my wonderful viewers out there. It is currently 9:40 on a.m. Wednesday morning, so I think it's about time we talk about sneakers. You know, it's a little bit late in the day. I think it's the perfect time to talk about sneakers. So we've got to talk about an upcoming Air Jordan 4 colorway, which it's a little unconventional. It's focused and inspired by a MX95 OG colorway, and all round it's a pretty cool concept. So without further ado, let's talk about the Air Jordan 4 Neon colorway. I think unconventional is the best way to put it, guys. So if you guys didn't know, this weekend we are getting a upcoming Air Jordan 4 colorway. Now this colorway is being dubbed the Neon colorway, and instead of taking inspiration from like sports teams or like OG colorways or anything like that, we're choosing a very different inspiration for the colorway inspiration. You know, it's not what you would normally pick for the Air Jordan 4, and I think that's why unconventional is probably the best way to put it for this colorway. But yeah, so this colorway, the Neon colorway for the Air Jordan 4, is actually inspired by an OG colorway for the MX95. Now, just to dive into a little bit of history of the MX95, the MX95 came out in, what do you know, 1995, and was designed by Sergio Lozano. I think that's how you pronounce his last name here. Now, when he was going through the design process of the MX95, he had the message that Tinker Hatfield, one of my favorite Nike designers, in the back of his mind, which was, what is the story behind your design? And I think that is a really good way to approach your design in almost anything, in shoes, clothing. It's a really good method of handling design. What is the story you're trying to present here? Instead of just trying to do like a cool design or something, what's the story you're trying to present here? Eventually going on with the idea of designing this sneaker around human anatomy, and designing the colorway, the Vault colorway, around the idea of minimalizing dirt exposure and seeing dirt on the actual colorway. So the MX95 itself, designed around human anatomy, thought that was really, really cool. The actual mud guard that comes in different layers is apparently designed around human skin. That's what I've heard. I'm not a huge MX95 fan or know a lot about the MX95s, but that's what I've heard. So don't quote me on that, because I'm not a huge MX95 sweat. I know that there are a lot of people out there that are very passionate about the MX95s that could probably definitely school me on some information about that. So if you are one of them, definitely inform the people in that comment section below. But from what I know, the MX95, yes, was designed by human anatomy. We got the skin on the mudguard there, and then the actual colorway, the OG colorway, the Vault colorway, or the Neon colorway, depending on what you want to call it, was designed with the idea in mind that, I want to minimalize dirt being seen on my sneaker. How am I going to go about doing that? So it was, you know, done with heaps of blacks, heaps of grays, a gradient gray, everything done to minimalize dirt being seen on the sneaker. Now the MX95 was quite monumental as well. It was the first sneaker to have a visible air bubble on the forefoot, because we've seen visible air bubbles on the heel for ages. I mean, come on, the Air Jordan 3 was one of the first to have a visible air bubble on the back. Like, it's been done. It's been done. So what was monumental about this one was that it was the first one to have a air bubble in the front. It was the first Air Max to have a midsole that was done in black. Crazy stuff, right? Pretty monumental stuff. And honestly, a lot of people critiqued Sergio's shoe as saying it's not going to be popular. It's not going to sell really well, but regardless, it still got released back in 1995. And honestly, in Australian sneaker culture at the moment, the MX95, it may have not been that popular back in 1995, but it is booming in 2020 in Australian sneaker culture. God, how do I describe it for an international audience? But the main consumers of this sneaker are from a community. Oh God, how do I put it? If I said to an Australian, yeah, the MX95s are really loved by Eshays, every Australian's gonna know what I mean, or at least every Australian that knows about, you know, like skating culture, sneaker culture, just is generally in the youth culture will understand what I mean. But if I say it to anyone outside of Australia, you're probably like, Daniel, what the hell is an esche? Well, yeah, oh god, how do I put it? Drug dealers? The Air Max 95 is really popular amongst Australian drug dealers, I suppose. That's probably the best way to put it. I don't know. God, it's, yeah. Okay, all my Australian viewers out there, you'll know what I mean when I say the MX 95 is loved by esches. It's gonna be the international audience here that's gonna be like, Daniel, what the hell are you on about? But anyway, yeah, the MX95, not too popular back in the day, inspired by some very cool, unique things that you wouldn't think a sneaker would be inspired by, and it may not have been popular in the 90s or when it gets retroed, but it is extremely popular now, and its OG colorway, the Vault colorway, is the colorway that is inspiring this upcoming Air Jordan 4 colorway, the neon colorway. So yeah, it's definitely a different place to take a colorway from and apply it to an Air Jordan 4. There's not much connection there in seeing, you know, the MX95 OG colorway and an Air Jordan 4. Like, where's the connection there? Oh no, the Air Jordan 4 came out in 1989, so many years before the MX95 was even a thing. So yeah, it is a very interesting colorway to choose and a very interesting shoe to steal that colorway from. But I'm not against it. I'm just keen to see what they do with it. So I do have a HYPEBEAST article for us to cover this upcoming colorway and all the release details to do with that. Yeah, it's going to be a wild ride. It's going to be a wild ride, and I'm very keen to talk about the actual colorway with you guys on the channel. So if you want me to cover more upcoming Air Jordan 4 colorways, or if you want me to cover more MX95 colorways, because I think I've only ever talked about the MX95 like once on the channel, besides this video. So if you want me to cover more MX95s, like this video, comment down below that you want to see more MX95s on the channel. I'm not opposed to it. I'll definitely cover it for you guys. I'll definitely do it. But yeah, without further ado, I think that's about it. So let's head on over to the HYPEBEAST article and have a look at the Air Jordan 4 Neon colorway. And there we are, guys. Wow, do you see the resemblance? If it isn't from the neon air bubble here, or the neon accents here, and around the Jumpman, I mean, what else is, you know, like, come on, look, they've even got the gradient gray on the mud guards and stuff. They've even got the black midsole. They've literally done it like 1-to-1. They've just converted it to the Air Jordan 4. I love it. It's crazy. It's cool. I think it's really sick. I think it's really, really well done. We'll dive into the release details and see what the article has to say, and then we'll, you know, talk about the actual colorway in a little bit more depth. So, the Air Jordan 4 channels the classic Air Max 95 Neon, expected to arrive at retailers by month's end. Iconic designers Tinker Hatfield and Sergio Lozano combined for a large portion of Nike's most memorable sneaker designs during the 90s and beyond. And now, the two legends get an unexpected pairing through the latest Air Jordan 4 colorway. With the Air Jordan 4 Neon, Tinker's 1989 on-court model takes numerous shades of grey to contrast that vibrant electric green hue from the Nike Air Max 95 Neon. The heel panel receives a metallic makeover in a nod to the 1995 runner, while the enlarged flight tongue patches gets a 50-50 split on the Jumpman logo, half in white and half in Vault, in a mirror of the historic Air Max 95s. The usual flat laces are replaced with those of a 3M stripped rope variety for the perfect finish. This isn't the first time that Jordan Brand has borrowed from the swooshes catalog. Back in 2017, the Air Max 1 and Air Jordan 3 traded colorways in a limited Atmos pack. It looks like the neon-inspired Jordan 4 will be widely available as a general release, though the Air Jordan 4 Neon is priced at $160 for grade school sizes and $225 USD for adults sizes, and is currently slated for a March 21st release from retailers like Sneakers and Stuff, Foot Locker, etc, etc. Wow, okay, so we just got to touch on that quite quickly. 225 USD. That's so expensive for an Air Jordan 4. An Air Jordan 4 usually comes around about 200 USD. Rarely maybe 190, but normally 200 USD. 225 USD, it's not even an artist collaboration. It's just a colorway from an Air Max 95. You're already being asked 25 more US dollars for just a different colorway. Ooh, Jordan Brand has taken some interesting moves in 2020 with its retail pricing of a lot of its Jordans. I gotta say, they're sneakily trying to increase it. Man, I'm not okay with that. I want my Jordans to be cheap, but also good quality. I know that those two don't go together, but god damn it, just do it. Yeah, well, I mean, in all reality, it's only $25 more, but then, you know, then it's only $25 more. Then two years later, it's only another $25 more. And then it's, you know, $50 more than what it was 4 years ago. You know what I mean? It slowly just increases. And you're like, hold up, Jordan Brand. It's like with, I'll just bring them out. These Air Jordan 1s, the white and black retros from 2014, I think on the box, it says recommended retail price is 135 USD. And then instantly, the year later, 2015, they went up to 160 USD. And now in 2020, you see them going for 170 USD. And if you think about it, from 2014 when they were 135 USD, now in 2020, they've gone up to 170. That's a pretty big price increase. $35 dues, you know, like it's going up. I'm paying attention, Jordan Brand. Don't think nobody's paying attention, because I definitely am. I'm keeping track, you know. I've got too many sneakers to keep track of, and I know all their prices, so I've been keeping track. Don't think nobody's watching, because I'm watching. Let's dive into the colorway though and have a look at it. So you're paying $225 retail for this. If it is quite a general release though, if they do pump out a lot of pairs for this Air Jordan 4, it might not sell out. So it might actually sit on shelves, and maybe down the line, if you're willing to wait, you might pick it up at some stores for below retail. But I wouldn't hold out for it if you're like a huge fan of this colorway of the Air Jordan 4. Like if you're looking at this and you're like, this is amazing, I want this now. I wouldn't hold out and be like, but I'm gonna wait until the price drops and, you know, it's not selling in stores. I wouldn't sit around and wait for that. If you want it now, definitely pick it up when it drops on March 21st. Okay, don't sit around. Don't be waiting. Pick it up when you can. For me, I'm not even against this colorway just looking at it, man. It's actually kind of nice. The color blocking is done really well, and it's done to the point where it's like, you know what? This isn't hideous, and it isn't done to the point where it's not going to be easy to wear. You know, this is a very easy to wear colorway because you just got a primarily black midsole. You've just got gray gradients starting from darkest to lightest heading upwards. It's hella easy to wear, man. And the materials, just from the photo, even though it's not a very high quality one, the materials look pretty high quality from the low quality image. Or maybe that's the low quality image making the materials look high quality. Well, either way, it does look like a pretty steezy Air Jordan 4. I like that the panels have chosen a very nice color here. It looks very, very nice. And it pops because you can see the black through it. Really, really nice. Nice color choices here. And if I'm not mistaken, I do notice that Jordan Brand has used their brain for once and actually gone with some OG branding. That's what I want to see. Although I don't know if we get it showcased to us. They were so close. So if you don't know, the Air Jordan 4, when it originally dropped back in 1989, it had a Jumpman on the tongue, it had Nike Air on the back, so just like it does here, but on the outsole, it just had Nike with a swoosh underneath it. Not Nike Air, just Nike with a swoosh under it. So looking at this, Jordan Brand almost did it. They almost pulled it off. Now, in all honesty, if Jordan 4s started releasing like this, where they had Nike Air on the back, but they still had the Jumpman on the bottom, I wouldn't even be hugely mad with that. I know on the channel I always rant on about like, oh man, just get OG branding. This is close enough for me where I'm okay with this. As long as there's no Jumpman on the heel, you got me sold. You sold me. Honestly, as long as you give me early Jordan models with no Jumpman on the back and you give me Nike Air, I'm pretty happy with that. I'm pretty happy with that. You've done an okay job, Jordan Brand. you gotta fix this little issue here, and then we Gucci. Because honestly, looking at this model, if you looked at this model here and said, is this a Jordan? I don't think they need to heavily brand it with more Jordan Brand to, you know, really confirm with those people that it's a Jordan model. Everyone knows this is a Jordan model by now, and if the Jumpman on the tongue isn't enough of a dead giveaway, well, I'm sorry, you shouldn't be buying this sneaker. You know, I don't think they need to heavily brand it with Jumpman logos everywhere so people think, oh man, that's a pair of Air Jordans. I don't care about the general public, just brand it correctly already. I am, though, very happy that they chose to do a Nike Air logo on the back. I got to give them a little prop for that, little whole minute of this video dedicated to that. Thank you for doing Nike Air on the back. I don't even care that this is not even an OG colorway. In my honest opinion, I don't care if colorways are OG or not. I just want my branding as correct as possible, and they did it. They put Nike Air on the back. Thank you, because there have been so many good Air Jordan 4 releases recently, and I've been like, I would buy this if it had Nike Air on the back. That's literally the deciding factor. It's literally like, if that had Nike Air on the back, you would have had me sold. 100%. I can say that now. The winterized Jordan 4s that came out last year, if they had Nike Air on the back, bro, would have bought them. 100%. That was an amazing blue on that pair. Would have bought those if it had Nike Air on the back, but it didn't. So Nike, you missed out on a sale. If you even released it in a size 16 or 17, I don't even know. I wasn't paying too much attention to that shoe, so I don't know if they actually did. But we should dive back into the colorway instead of talking about other Jordan 4s. Yeah, branding, lovely. It's interesting that they've gone with a more metallic silver on this tab at the back here, because as you can notice, it almost looks like a different material, because, I mean, you can just tell from the gradient, right? Like, this looks a lot smoother and shinier than the rest of the materials here. So interesting choice of materials and color there, but it does give it that pop. You know, you do really notice the Nike Air logo because it's been given that shiny black. It's a nice choice. I do like how the neon detailing has been kept minimal, but also is still very apparent on the shoe. It's like very loud. It's on the bottom of the Air Jordan 4 here. I actually really like how they've colored the outsole here. I mean, I know a lot of people are like, why are we talking about the outsole? No one's ever going to see the outsole. The outsole is still something to talk about, guys. I do like it how it's been done in primarily black, but then on where you'd assume where the foot would actually go, it's been done in neon. I think that's really cool. I think that's really well done. Moving back up to the upper, I think that these laces are very appropriate for where the inspirations come from, what the actual sneaker color is, you know, with all these dark tones and stuff. I think that's really cool. I think the Jumpman logo is really weird though. I think they should have just done full neon, man. Screw keeping it a little bit white. This is an Air Max 95 inspired colorway from the Vault/Neon colorway. You gotta make it full neon, man. Come on. Well, I don't know why they've gone half and half. Probably to signify that it is half an Air Jordan 4 and half an Air Max 95. Like, I get that, but I already get that because the colorway's from an Air Max 95. I don't need more evidence to know that this is from an Air Max 95 by doing the Jumpman logo in two halves. Okay, Jordan Brand, whatever. They're really good at doing that, aren't they? They're really good at doing like inconsistencies or weird details that make no sense on their colorways. They've been doing that for years now. And that was the thing that appeared on the Air Jordan 1 Pine Greens that I was very unhappy about. The inconsistency in its branding and colors. Ridiculous. Anyway, yeah, all around, this is a steezy release. I'm just kind of disappointed they asked for a bumped up retail price of $225 USD. I don't understand why. I don't think these laces would cost an extra 25 bucks to make, you know? Like, I don't think the laces would cost them enough where they had to charge an extra $25 to pull out a profit. I don't think that's the case. So I am a little bit confused on why they're asking so much, but well. There's going to be a bunch of Air Max 95 fans out there and a bunch of Air Jordan 4 fans out there that are going to like the story behind the sneaker, going to like the colorway, and fair enough, that's totally justified. It is a sick colorway, a sick silhouette, and it's just really well executed. I have to give Jordan Brand props for this, even though that their branding isn't 100% on point, and the choices of color in some of the areas are a little bit whack, like the logo up here and stuff. Either way, it's executed pretty damn well, and I'm pretty happy with this. I'm gonna say that they did an okay. Okay sounds like a 5 out of 10. They did a pretty good job at it. I'll give you a 7 out of 10 on that one, Jordan Brand. I'll give you a 7 out of 10 for this execution of the Air Jordan 4 neon colorway. But enough about me ranting on about it, enough of me saying all this crap about this colorway. I want to know how you feel about it, guys. Let me know on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, or as always in that comment section below. Do you like this colorway? Do you like this Air Jordan 4? It's releasing on March 21st for $225 USD. How do you feel about that? Is that too much for this colorway? Or are you like, you know what, bro, I don't even care about the retail price. This is a must cop. I'm gonna pick it up. Hey, you're entitled to your opinion, and I want to hear that opinion down in the comment section below, guys. That's all I've really got to say about it, guys. I mean, okay, to sum it up, it is a very cool adaptation of an Air Max 95 colorway for the Air Jordan 4. Very well done. I'm very happy with the Nike Air branding on the back. I mean, if I want to be really picky, I could say, come on, man, just do the Nike with the swoosh on the outsole. But they're almost there. I'm just happy for an improvement. Hopefully going forward, you're going to continue, Jordan Brand? Yeah, please. I really want them to continue. Just put Nike Air on the back. I'm very happy. And then maybe slowly we can start introducing, Nike swooshes on the outsoles as well. Yeah? All the Nike and Jordan Brand employees that aren't watching this video out there, come on, do it to us. No, branding's pretty well done. I can kind of get why they've done this half and half on the colors of the logo on the tongue, on the Jumpman. I do think it's kind of weird that they've done half and half. I would have just like full neon Jumpman, but I get it, like, because it's half Jordan 4, half Air Max 95 put together. I get it. It is a very weird choice though. I like the use of laces, the more like rope hiking laces on the Air Jordan 4. I think it suits it with the color options, and it is 3M, fellas. So if you light it up, you're gonna see that Air Jordan 4 from a mile away. Now, according to the article, it does look like it's going to be more of a general release, 225 USD. Is a little bit pricey, it is asking a bit much, but I'm sure there's going to be a lot of fans out there that are super keen on the shoe and are willing to pay the price. Totally fair enough. But I also can see it in like some really obscure sneaker stores that not a lot of people would know would be stocking this shoe as not selling well there, because it's just a higher retail price. Not many people would know about it. Do you know what I mean? Like those really like small sneaker stores that are going to stock this in, and people just aren't going to know it's going to be stocked there. It's going to go cheap there because no one wants to pay that extra retail price. I don't know. I'm feeling that's going to happen a couple months down the track. I don't know. Either way, if you're willing to pay that extra retail price for the shoe, good on you, because it is asking a little bit much. But maybe you're a big Air Max 95 fan and a big Air Jordan 4 fan, so you're like, this is the greatest shoe of all time and an awesome 2020 release. Definitely let me know in the comment section below if that's the case. And yeah, let me know all your thoughts and opinions on it, guys. How do you feel about them grabbing an Air Max 95 OG colorway and slapping it on the Air Jordan 4? Is it a yes? Is it a no? Do you think it could have been executed differently? Let me know if that's the case in the comment section below. Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel if you want me to do more content like this, guys. I definitely will do it for you guys. Just let me know. Just let me know. But that's everything I got to say about the Air Jordan 4 Neons, coming out March 21st for $225 USD. So until the next Air Jordan 4 video, until the next sneaker video, until the next potential Air Max 95 video, guys, I'll catch you later.